Imagine a small-town mayor who is not just implicated in, but embroiled in deeper scandals while leading an opulent life at the expense of her residents. We're talking about expensive vacations, first-class airfare, and fancy dinners paid for by the taxpayers. However, this isn't just any politician from a large city. In fact, Tiffany Henyard is the embattled mayor of Dolton, Illinois, a town of under 20,000 residents. The FBI is reportedly following her and has a lot of information about her. She could face more than 20 years in jail. But what is really going to happen to Tiffany Henyard? Be sure to stick around till the end for the full details. Henyard's financial issues were initially revealed when WGN News exposed her dubious spending patterns. How is it possible for the mayor of a tiny community like Dolton to spend more than $67,000 on travel-related costs in just 5 months? We're talking about opulent travel, 5-star hotels, and even exclusive shopping excursions.
The FBI launched an investigation into the suspected misconduct of 20-year-old Tiffany Henyard, who'd held office as mayor of Dolton in Cook County, Illinois, since 2021. She was suspected of a number of dubious dealings that included unchecked spending that plunged Dolton into debt and the abuse of her political opponents. Residents described her as one of the most corrupt small-town mayors in the U.S. Henyard had spent nearly $1 million of taxpayer money on her own 24-hour security detail, amassing debt in excess of $7 million. As of April the 19th of 2024, the FBI had served subpoenas at Dolton City Hall for records related to the suspected corruption of the town government.
Make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on the post notification bell. This way you'll never miss out on any future celebrity videos similar to these. The town's residents were already furious over this, but things were only getting started. Even when the Illinois Attorney General's office ordered them to provide the information, Henyard's administration continued to attempt to conceal these spending details, flagrantly breaking state rules pertaining to transparency. At that point, WGN brought them before a judge, who demanded that the village produce dozens of pages of credit card accounts. Boy, did those documents reveal a tale. It was like reading a list of costs from a Hollywood A-lister, rather than the mayor of a small Illinois town. The receipts for only the months of July and November 2023 alone showed tens of thousands of dollars spent on upscale hotels, meals, and even a personal photographer. When information about the Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation, a purported charity founded to aid cancer sufferers, became public, suspicions about it intensified. It was swiftly declared to be a hoax. There was a noticeable disparity between the cash it raised and the amounts reported, leading many to believe that Henyard was embezzling additional money. It conveniently forgot to file its financial documents.
Dolton dictator, Mayor Tiffany Henyard, is losing her power over the Illinois village. During yet another chaotic board meeting Monday night, Dolton's Board of Trustees voted to freeze spending on village credit cards, cutting off Mayor Henyard and other officials.
You out of order. You need to remove her. Remove her. Remove her.
This comes after allegations that Henyard has been using taxpayer dollars for her own lavish spending and is currently at the center of an FBI investigation.
You have people around you that wants what's best for the people, not what's best for Tiffany.
And watching as this village being ran into the ground by this woman is pissing me off.
Attorneys representing the Board of Trustees said the main goal was to cut off Henyard's access and other operators to the municipality.
I've never seen any municipality have so many credit cards out there. Orders of going out to eat is mind-boggling. The trips, the shopping, going to Target and spending $300, $500, $600.
The editorial board of the Chicago Tribune asked voters to consider Democratic Mayor Tiffany Henyard's extravagant spending when she runs for re-election in the upcoming year. In an editorial headed, Dolton voters should remember Mayor Tiffany Henyard's taxpayer-funded 5-star hotel stays and fancy meals. The board emphasized Henyard's extravagant spending and taxpayer-funded travels, drawing a comparison between her extravagant lifestyle and that of Dolton residents, who currently make up a fifth of the population who live in poverty. It is particularly galling that Dolton's controversial mayor, Tiffany Henyard, and other village officials spent much of last year jet-setting around the country and living lavishly on the taxpayer dime, the board stated. Taxpayers spent plenty to cover the costs of the trips, the board wrote. Henyard and other officials' July 2023 trip to Austin cost taxpayers more than $9,000, a sum that's hard to imagine. If operations at the CTA and the village of Dolton were running smoothly, and constituents had few complaints, there would be fewer questions for these officials on the need for such frequent time on the road, ostensibly on public business, the editorial followed with. But that's not the reality. The self-described super mayor has been involved in scandal for months and is being looked into by the federal government on charges of misbehavior, corruption, extortion, and retribution against co-workers. There is a pending civil case that might be the final straw in Henyard's already precarious political career. Allegations of improper behavior during a work trip to Las Vegas are the subject of the complaint. The details of the case are really frightening, but according to the former assistant who filed it, she was improperly attacked by a town trustee while on this trip. You guessed it, Tiffany Henyard is mentioned as a defendant. After having dinner with the trustee, the assistant claimed she felt quite dizzy and disoriented. The following morning, she woke up in his hotel room and had no idea how she got there. The following section is a scene from a horror movie. The trustee allegedly boasted about the assault, even filming the unconscious victim, while FaceTiming one of Henyard's policemen. Before we go any further into the video, what are your guys' honest thoughts on this entire situation? Is it looking likely Tiffany Henyard will face some serious time behind bars because of her schemes over her time as mayor of Dolton? Or will she be able to dodge a bullet? Comment down below. Another recent clip that has got people talking was one of her conferences where she seemed to go off regarding the backlash she has been receiving.
The education of my famous words. And I say that because a lot of people are misled, they are led astray, they are bamboozled, hoodwinked, and you guys don't even understand what has really transpired here in Thornton Township. When we took over, it was a deficit here in Thornton Township. Now it is a surplus, and there's so much hate in this room as relates to the great things that we do, because you know, the devil do have people working for him, and people come out. I see a lot of y'all horns today, but it saddens me.
The online perception around Tiffany Henyard right now is overwhelmingly negative, with various posts stating things like, how is she still in power? Do people keep voting for her? Are we in a movie now? It really feels like with everything going on in the world, we're living in a really bad movie with no real plot. Why is she still there? Only time will tell what is going to come from this mess of a situation, as the residents of Dolton need justice to be served after everything they've been through. Hopefully justice will prevail and the evil will be defeated. Anyway, this concludes today's video. Be sure to subscribe to LoafTube for future celebrity videos, and turn on that post notification bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. Until then, see you in the next one.